Let me just move this a minute. How about I move it over a bit? You have to excuse my other people. I was having a bit of a reorganization. Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to my channel. High Priestess Unicorn in the place to be. I forgot I can't have certain music in here. Because they get real funny. They get really funny. I know I've been out in the sun today. It was really hot outside as well, but feel the energy. Feel the energy. We know that there's some secrets coming out. Don't you know there's some secrets coming out? I literally need to get some more equipment soon. Welcome to my weekend intuitive messages. Let's see what's in the cards. I haven't really got much space, so hit a little harder. You have to excuse the rough way of just literally like wrap this around my head. It's purely because I've been out all day in the sun. Well, not all day, most of the day. A good few hours. Confirmation. They say hit dog will harder. I know this is kind of like a period of rest. Rest and rejuvenation are kind of there. We know that on certain platforms, the spies and the doppelgangers and the cross watchers are out in force. Yeah, a lot of people's getting karma. I notice energy is like really mild. Every time, excuse me a minute, every time I want to do a video, for some odd reason, this is how you know that your phone is hacked. Sorry. Because every time I want to make a video, for some reason, my battery's low. And there's time when the battery completely conks out. My archangel ancestors, spirit guys. One more. Most valuable one yet. I like to have it close to that. Privacy is key, I suppose. Alright, let's see, because I gotta go and do something. Time's flying. Time is Why are these cards? Sometimes I go to pull some cards and they're back to front. Upside down, back to front, round and round the marble bush. Where we go? Yeah, I had a good 3 hours in the sun. It was nice. It was nice. I saw a friend actually. I won't say in what genre, but I'll just say someone I knew a long time ago when I was a different person, and he was like, "Really?" It's like, "Oh, that's good." It was nice to see them as well. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you see like you live a different life. It's nice. Come on, spirit. What's the energy? We know people's getting karma. We know you got wizards out there trying to do lustful spells and sex magic, past people, karmics. Is that Hierophant? A wise person did once say. They say a wise person did once say. So we got the Eight of Pentacles. I got to do an odd like this purely because I have more than one stream going. So that's the Eight of Pentacles. Remember I was saying about new opportunities, possibly a new job offer, new money making ventures, basically something that you would use from existing skills that you had. I think for some of you, you've been not saying had it at the forefront, but you kind of was thinking about it, or you kind of like just put it to bed for the minute. And I feel of lately, probably like the last few weeks, possibly a month, it's kind of come back to the forefront. So it's not like you've abandoned it; you just let it rest. I think that's the best word for it. You've let it rest. And then we got the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands. For some of you, I've noticed this as well. Like things seem to be speeding up, time's going fast. For a lot of you, you have had offers of collaborations, but I would just say it's not really what you're looking for. For some of you, you're already collaborating with individuals, which is good. So you can like build and grow and expand and see where it goes. And of course, it's a new experience, a new line of income. So they say teamwork makes the dream work. You've got the Hierophant. This is someone of not saying like holier than now, but what I mean is someone that's done the work, who's faced their shadow sides, who's very grounded, like someone who's fair, logical, rational, doesn't rush to decisions, kind of like weighs up the pros and the cons. I don't really, you see, when it comes to star signs, I don't really bother with star signs purely because that's just the sauce and that it says for that card. It could be another star sign. So to me, I don't really see star signs as a priority. Some people do, some people don't. I don't, purely because to me it's not a big deal. But yeah, the higher point in the upright, that's good because this is a positive situation here. Of course, I expect some cards to come out in the reverse, but it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, and for some of you, it's like you've been put in a position of authority, possibly. Like you've got some type of outranking. Hear the sirens? Confirmation. But yeah, it's looking good. Of course. you just drown out the background noise of all these I knew it. That's gonna be straight to the Ace of Pentacles. Straight to the Ace of. This is a brand new start in a whole. Doesn't have to be a new era, but just on a whole new level. It's literally like, how can I say? It's like a level up, but in the sense of a level up in society, in the sense of people know who you are, you're being recognized, you're getting more, not more offers, but people love you. Of course, you know about the gossip. People gossip in it, but people with a brain, they'll see straight through that. So I wouldn't even let that worry you. But for you, this is like your step into prosperity and financial stability. For some of you, you have things coming up that are not yet out there yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. The Devil in the Reapers. You know who the Devil in the Reapers is? That's so someone's gonna get their heart broken because that's in the reverse also. So you got the Three of Swords in the reverse. Now for me, of course there's fights and arguments, but not on our side purely because we did our work. We know the fights and arguments, but they're not really relevant. Don't you know there's some secrets coming out? And for some of you, it's literally there's gonna be people heartbroken probably because their plans didn't work, things backfired, we're still alive, we're still healthy, we're still going strong, we still got our ambition, our drive, our charisma, we're still happy. That's what they didn't want. They didn't want people to be happy. Purely because their life is miserable. That's why the devil's out here. For some of you, it could be anything, any number of things. It could be unhealthy attachment. It could be people from the past. First chakra blockages won't work with me. I rebuke it and return it back to the sender and may it rest with you. But yeah, people from your past, clearly family members, irrelevant. Ex-lovers, irrelevant again. Ex-friends, extended ex-family, because I'm not really going to give them the title of family because they was never that. Clearly, it's going to be a lot of truths that are about to surface that they think we're unaware of. But we are. We are. For a lot of you, you're going to find out probably about some lies, some fraud, some deception, some heavy deception that was done towards you. And you're going to find out who was behind like the slander, the stolen identities. We already knew, but it's about to be confirmed in a sense of whatever hidden court cases they was attending behind your back. For some of you, not all forged documents. As well as lawsuits going to be in place. I do know that much. So basically, a lot of people are being exposed. Some of us seem a bit distracted. I'll probably should have volumes down before I do that. And that's purely because that is purely because these people have been plagiarizing your work, stealing it, they've been caught, impersonating you, that's been exposed. And basically, the right people are going down. Clearly, their slander didn't work. The spirit didn't work. And also trying to keep you hidden didn't work. I've literally just got to
Okay.
I've literally got to yeah, just have to send that one off. But yeah, basically, whether it be the gang stalkers or the false reports, the fake accounts, all that kind of thing, it was monitored. And for some of you, there's a lot of people involved. I tell you that much. But yeah, some people be heartbroken because their weak magic didn't work. Clearly, the death spells didn't work because we're still breathing. And for some of you, they've done a lot. Let's just say that they've done a lot. The fact that we're able to speak on what has transpired, they don't like that. Hence why they've been trying to silence people. So as a little recap, we got the Three of Swords, the Devil in the Reverse, Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. And for some of you, somebody owes you some money. You're gonna get it. And the person that was impersonating you will be going down. Let's just say that. Ooh. Yeah, someone that was trying to tennis sword you, basically. And I bet it's the same person. People, not even people, I would say collectively, a group, a very unsavory group of individuals, a very bitter, hateful, unsavory group of individuals. I'll just say that. Because right about now, it's not about giving these people any airtime, not on my channel anyway. It is what it is. So yeah, we're at a point where people can see through the lies. So it is what it is. People are not stupid. I think the only one that's going to believe the BS is the one spreading it. So yeah, they have to awaken from their delusions of grandeur. Let me just quickly make some tissue. I actually gave my second reading. Not today, but no, today was the second one, but the first one I think I did a couple months ago. Basically, the answers that I gave the individual assisted them in making the right choices for the better off of their future. And they came back to thank me, so that was nice. And then today, someone asked me about the path in which they're heading down because they have a few ideas possible collaboration, but they're not sure because it's a risk. And I mean, you've got to take a risk, but sometimes it's always good to do your research and not jump or rush to make certain decisions that can impact your life, basically. So the questions he asked and the answer I gave him helped him. So I was glad. And it was just nice to see a friendly face in better circumstances. Quite surprised not because he didn't recognize me, so that was nice. So then I thought to myself, I think when you're in those kinds of uh, lifestyles, I think not deliberately, but I think you kind of delude yourself that you look presentable, but you not so much. But it is what it is. So yeah, but it was nice to see them anyway. So that's all that matters to me, basically. So and it was also good to see that they've turned their life around as well. So in that sense, they're doing better also. So it was like a win-win. If that makes any sense. It's a win-win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And I'm quite sure the Two of Cups to me signifies commitment. This is a now. Do I see it each to their own? Because this is collective, so I can add my input. But for me, anyone from the past, not interested. That's not an option at all. It is what it is. But yeah, for some of you, you want new, and I don't blame you. Do you know what I mean? For some of you, you've been dealing with this type of shit for decades, so it's not about that. Do you understand? Not in 2025. And plus, from what I sense, these same people that want to re-enter your life haven't changed. They're still stalking you, surveilling you, and the thing is, they're trying to study you to come up with a plan to strategize on how to come back in. So they're clearly deluded because whatever they believe in is the entities that's attached to them, making them think so foolishly. But the Ten of Swords, for me, they're disappointed. And the thing about it, before I even did this, I actually said, and this was, I'm quite sure it was 2023, like midway through 2023. I know it's before Christmas anyway. I literally said, yeah, the same people you collaborated with are going to be the same people to betray you. And that's exactly what's transpiring. It's playing out already. And I just sat back and watched. I was guided to. God said that though. What did he say? The wicked fruit will fall by themselves. And that's exactly what's happening. They are falling. No matter how much you try and deny it, they falling. Okay? One by one. They're all falling. And some of you get use of money too. Anything else for this energy spirit? Oh, thank you. Can I get one more? What else do I need the collective to know? Told you the truth. Ace of Swords. It's like not only is it the sword of truth, it's also like the card of coming to the realization that the people you thought you could trust and the people closest to you were your biggest haters and your biggest adversaries. They was the ones behind it all. And for some of you, they've done and said some real heinous things that God is not letting them forget, but it's a thing where it's one thing to admit it to yourself, but after having to admit it to the people you did it to, because I told you I did it, I'm going to take that to the grave. Take it to the grave because nobody cared. But that's my opinion. That's for my situation. Do you know what I mean? Each to their own. So it is what it is. But for me, I really don't care. Not at all. I mean, the spells ain't working. The slander backfired. You know, people keep lying and lying and lying, and then they forget their lives. And then, or they've lied to so many different people and forgotten the lies that they've told. You're always going to get that one person that's going to remember these, because they're thinking you're telling the truth. They're going to remember what you said. And then right where you come and say some more bullshit which contradicts the other lies you told, the minute they pull you on it, which is classic narcissistic tactics, they want to deflect, or they try and avoid the conversation, or try and deflect with an argument, or just flat out deny it. The reason why they flat out deny it is because they need time to think of another lie to cover up the previous lies. You know, you're all sat there wondering to yourself, how do they know? Well, guess what? If he wasn't connected, he wasn't intuitive, and we didn't have gifts, how else would we know? Because remember, you all did this in secrecy. Remember correctly. For some of you, this was planned before this person even entered into your life. So it was like they was paid to do these things. That's how deep it is. They was paid to do it. Point blank period, they was paid to do it. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to make you believe it was just coincidence that they so happened to come across you, or a coincidence that they got your number. But they can never tell you where. Some of you may have asked, some of you may have not. But it is what it is. So yeah, and whatever, regardless of what lies they want to say to cover it up, you can't change the truth. We already know the truth. For some of them, they're out here. They need to be cautious. But we're cautious anyway, so it is what it is. Like, they're never going to be trusted again. That's just my opinion. I would never trust these people again. To me, it doesn't matter. Some people put it on like a scale of how many things you did or how severe it was. I don't care. Dishonesty is dishonesty. Deceit is deceit. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Either way, your history, as far as I'm concerned. And the fact that they've been doing it for so long, and to other people too. So it's not like it was like a one-off when it was desperate or it just happened by chance. No. These are little groups that and these are specific groups that this is what they do. Do you understand? They go out there pretending like they're single when a lot of them are actually married. So even that as well, the fact that they've taken a holy matrimony and made a debacle of it, but you got married under the well, that's if you got married in the church. Either way, you took an oath with God. And the fact that this is how you're conducting yourself is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So yeah, it is what it is. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. So yeah. You're thinking, oh, if you say this about her, they'll feel so bad, or they'll feel such embarrassment, they won't be able to show their face. But yeah, they're out there trying to impress people. Maybe that makes sense. And do you know what's really crazy as well? These men that are acting like they're having periods, yeah, but around other people, they're acting all macho. You need to go and repent and heal, because clearly something ain't right. It's like the devil's on a number on all of you. It's like the women are acting like dudes, and the men are acting like females, but they're all engaging in let's just say unsavory activities, and that's what they do. So I think there need to be a lot of laws changed with this whole situation, because clearly there's a inside job to the extent of government agencies involved, police, you name it, hospitals. And I'll say it again, it makes sense as to, see, they wanted to be a star. Judgment on your ass. For some of you, to me that was like a fake offer. What I tell you? Either a fake offer or the page is like child, isn't it? Is the page like child? Or is that meant to be news? But it's in the reverse. I kind of think that whatever it was that they engaged in to extort people, including myself, they believed that they could continue to do so. So they've been sat waiting on some sort of happy news about whatever it was they was doing behind closed doors. Come to find out, do you know what? God's funny, you know. The same way you put illusions on people to lie and extort them and abuse them and hurt them deliberately and found it funny, he allowed you to live in your own delusion that you was gonna gain whatever it was you was looking to gain, or whatever it was you was waiting for, whatever news you was waiting for was gonna be to your favor. And newsflash, never happened. And the fact that you did people so dirty because you believed delusionally, you shot gold. And the wickedest thing is, these are people. This I know. These people could. You obviously don't read the Bible, because all these things are in the Bible. It tells you what to watch out for. Do you understand? It tells you about certain behaviors to look out for. And you people just walk straight into it, like, so clearly you have no morals, no self-respect, and I don't think, in the best way possible, you don't have no self-love of yourself at all. Clearly you don't, because anybody that puts money over their own self-worth, clearly something's not right, because it goes in order. So for you to obtain it the way you did, clearly you took a dirty deal. If you did it how they take to do it for the Bible, that wouldn't have happened. You would never be doing the things you do. You would never end up with the people you ended up with. And you would never been able to be lured, so you say, or tricked by coven workers or demonic family members. Abusive demonic family members. Let's just say that. Because the level of hate that I felt emanating just from like even certain lives as well, like where you hide in the lives, thinking that we don't know that you sat in the lives, evil eyeing. Because you know now, the minute you open your mouth to talk shit on anybody's name, it's backfiring on you instantly. However, which way, shape, or form it comes in, that's not up to me. I don't have control over that, and I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. Because you people really took the piss. You really took the piss. And I'm going to just say this. to the karmic Jezebel, the disease-ridden skank. I said it, disease-ridden skank. I know you're infecting people. The fact that you thought you had, the fact you had the audacity, you could never face me. Such as that, number one, that should tell you who you are. But yet you have so much to say on my name. I've got more qualities in the feces that come up my ass than you have in your entire existence. And I stand on that shit too. Secondly, any female, you're not even a female actually, you're a snake. A vile mutated snake that thinks it's okay to attack somebody's innocent children, but then you expect your kids to be safe. In fact, I'll go a step further. You even sacrificed your own. What does that say about you as an individual? I've never even had those thoughts. But for you, it's like a walk in the park. So it's either one or two things. You're mentally ill. It is beyond jealousy at this point. It's beyond jealousy. Because the levels you stoop to keep up a facade, really? I wouldn't even try and even think about why you would be so evil. It's like you like to lay down with demons, so you said, innit? You love having sex with demons and entities. That's your thing, like you get off on it. Good for you. But the fact that you want to think you can target people and get away with it, and you use certain privileges, you beyond abuse certain privileges, you weaponize certain privileges. So that clearly tells me the real hatred is what you're not. But the point I'm trying to make is, you never tried to be. You never tried to do anything good. You never tried to heal your wounds. But you feel you have the authority to dig into someone else's life. I command you look into your own personal life before you ever even utter my name off your rancid tongue. How about that? And the fact that you just come for my kids, bitch, you crazy. It's bad that my own family did it. But some Jezebel skank that has never met me, doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. But you know all these things about people. The amount of time you've taken doing shit to others and digging in other people's life, you should have spent at least a month for that dealing in your own reality. But people like you don't. You like to deflect. You want to present yourself to society. So I do hope that not only my ancestors, but my spirit guides are racking up those charges for all the smear campaigns, defamation of character, stealing my identity, all the fraud you've done. The fact that you have to face the same community that you slander people's names to. Everything you said about an individual, you was only describing yourself. Blatantly describing yourself. And you believe I must be scared of you. Don't let the pretty looks fool you. Do you understand? Don't let the pretty looks fool you. I am who I am. We are who we are. And the thing about it is, you obviously done the research enough to know what it takes to hold these types of positions. You obviously know the work it takes, the shit you have to endure through life. Do you understand? And still keep a selfless heart. And at the same time, not hold on to hatred. But you thought it would be funny to then keep piling more pain on top of an individual. And then you decide to get your little nasty ass skanky friends to do the same. Then you got your family to do the same. In fact, you sort of paying people to do that. But yet, though, you love yourself so much. Your thing is, you love to go for like, don't you? That's what you really get off on. People that you think look too happy or being too looked after. And I always say this, innit? You never know what's going on behind closed doors. You always look on the surface. I told you, I am dynamite gift wrap with a bow on it. The only saving grace I can say for myself is that I'm proud and I'm glad of my growth and the fact that I have emotional intelligence, self-control. I'm aware. I sense everything. It's just like your dumb ass is doing that. So why should I tell you what I sense from what I don't sense? Clearly, you don't. If you was ever the person who said you was, you would know all these things, but you didn't. You thought I know what to steal her account, steal her content, block her shit, and then present and then copy and act like I created it. And you really thought that because you had certain privileges that you weaponized, you really thought you was gonna get away with it. I don't know who did that to you before. Bitch, not over here. Please believe me, not over here. And you went hard, didn't you? Getting all these little covens to join forces, searching high and low for all practitioners. And that's not even what I'm irritated by. What really repulses me, people like you like to sacrifice children. Like, no. So that's why I'm glad. Because in my mind, had I not healed, which is why you got hiding to because you could never. You're bad behind the screen. You're bad behind closed doors hiding like a coward, because you are. You're a weak coward. I don't really give a damn. You would never approach anybody. But you want to jump people. Jump who? And I say it again. Don't let my size fool you. Okay? Don't let my size fool you. People like that. It's been an experience. I say it's been like I think for a lot of us, it's the reason why we had to enjoy it, we had to have the experience. Because obviously that's what equips you to proceed forward. I know it sounds crazy, but I never imagined in life that it was like this. Yeah, I knew there was evil and wicked in the world, yeah, but not on this level. Not on this level. If anything, I would say I could be like, oh, because of all the things that was done to me, that gives me every right to turn into a demon. Does that even make sense? But people like you have not experienced nothing compared to what we've experienced, and you feel you have the right to conduct yourself the way you did. That's why your karma's all the more severe. This is why I'm glad I answered the call. It is what it is. So I don't need to fake anything. Never have, never will. My actions speak for itself. Clearly. Hence why you try to hide my content. Do you understand? Do your little black magic, your little isolation spells. But I thank you for that, though. I thank you for that. I really do. I thank you for that. Because then it gave me time to really take a deep dive. Because that's kind of like what I was guided to do. Take a deep dive. I had to go to areas that I locked away from my childhood. That shit was painful. And then you got dumb bitches like you thinking that you can just pull that shit out in front of people's face every day of their life. Are you stupid? But now you're experiencing a smidgens, not even a toe dip, you're a smidgen of what we've experienced, and you're crying already. Make that make sense? I'm supposed to be scared of you. Really, boo-boo? I don't think so. I don't think so. The best thing for you to do is take a judgment, period. You can't run from it. Do you understand? You have to probably come. That's if you live to see your next lifetime. If I was God, not saying it's my choice, but if I was God, I wouldn't allow you. I wouldn't allow you at all. I'd reincarnate you back to hell. I make your ass stay there. All of you, in fact. Do you understand? Because the planet is a much better place without people like you. Period. It is what it is. I said that's my opinion. That's my opinion, and that's why your ass is getting judgment. And the thing about it is, you know what you was doing because of the fact of when you decided to hack and steal my YouTube channel. I've been saying this. So if I'm crazy, so you say, I've been saying this since 2023. Remember correctly? I remember. I remember the people that you paid to try and kidnap me. That failed, didn't it? The two guys in the white van. One had a bald head, one was dark. I peeped game, and at the same time, you paid someone to poison me. Because yeah, the bitch spiked me. She did. She did. And this is before I was aware of what all this shit that was going on. Do you understand? I'd have thought this bitch was what to be my friend. Thought nothing of it. It was carnival. You know exactly what he was doing because you was in my phone. So you know exactly what he was doing. I can even go as far back to the car accident on the 5th of December 2020. He was hacking my phone, messing up with my online banking, stealing my money. Do you really think I'm not stupid? Well, you did. Now you must pay. Now you're going to pay. You think you can play games with people's lives? I think you're just going to run off into the sunset with someone else's destiny. You're more stupid than I thought. You're more dumber than I thought. So the good news you thought you was getting, boo-boo? No. I said it once, and I'm going to say it again. You got two choices. It's a coffin or jail. There's no in between. There's no negotiating. So you thinking, yeah, why don't we do it all ramp up the spell work and this, that, and the third? What's that supposed to do? You stole all that money, all that abundance from people, even including myself, and you got nothing to show for it. But you still think that you can be a dickhead and come out impersonating people. Me, it's what it is. No. And that goes for my karmic ass, nasty ass sister too. Well, ex-sister. It is what it is. So I'm glad you got bad news. You should have expected nothing less. This is your life. For however long God deems, that's your life. No getting out of that. And anybody that helps you will get instant karma. Because you're not telling people what you did. The same woman that came in my life trying to act all innocent. And I sensed it. This one was bullshitting. Trying to play victim. How dare you? And I said to you, I'll see it in the cards. And what happened? The exact thing I said. And then the minute I said that, your bitch ass disappeared. Do you think you can bully me? When you got to go and collaborate with other people to do one person, you're a weak ass bitch. A real weak ass bitch. Yeah. You're a Queen of Cups you're a Queen of Wands in a reverse. Not Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're a Queen of Wands in a reverse. You're demonic, distorted, you're evil, you're bitter, you're hateful, you're jealous, you're envious, you're scornful, and your crutches is global. It's a glow in the dark global crutches. I heard this lady say something. What does he say again? Do you know something? You only hear people say certain things, and it kind of just like it imprints itself in your brain. I never laughed so much. Literally. And every time I think about how it's not even what she said, it's how she said it as well. She called you, what did she say? She said, the sour front secretions lady. So that means, bitch, you're oozing. Men and women. But mainly this bitch. So yeah, I'm gonna address you now, bitch. You're oozing. Not even imagine you put on yourself to glam yourself is working again. You look like a gremlin. A big back gremlin. How about that? The audacity of some people. And you got the audacity to call us crazy. You're delusional. But yet you're the one living in your own delusions. Make that make sense? You don't like, what do you say? You want to wipe that smile off people's faces. You don't like how happy they are. You don't like how cheerful they are. They could never be that happy. Why couldn't somebody be that happy? Considering you got a clandestine privilege. Clearly. But we still stand. And I can still smile. And I'm alive every day. Whenever I want to. And ain't no one going to stop me neither. Oh, look what's on the bottom. Ace of Wands. You thought you were going to get the last say? I don't think so. You know what? But then what's the head wrap do? You've got to wrap your head when you're doing things like this. That's what you're supposed to do. Do you understand? The people like you like to, yeah, sit there. That's your life. Penny pinching. But the fact that you think it's okay to extort people, attack children, sacrifice babies, I think just doing that alone, honestly, that's truth. I think you forfeit your right to air. That's my opinion. Like I said, I believe you forfeit your right to air. Period. But it will be to your own detriment either way, so it is what it is. Now for the family members. Now, for these comic family members, the best way I can describe your shit and the amount of decades you've been doing your shit for, you want to steal people's life insurance? And another thing, how did you really think you was going to get away with putting life insurance illegally, mine, on my head? And then trying to pay people to take me out? But I'm supposed to be scared. And you're the ones creeping. I would say you can kiss the blackest part of my ass, but you know what? My ass is too good for that. That's how deep it is. It just shows me evil at its purest. Literally, evil at its purest. And I'm talking about the family members now. So I can guarantee you, me being the one to have to uncover this, or even waking up to this shit and see, I seen shit. That's why your nasty ass was attacking, because I seen shit. But innocently, My brutal honesty, I just said it out blatantly. But when I see other people exposing things, they're not on the camera. Do you understand? Or they're covered up. But I'm supposed to be scared of you. You have no idea what I've had to endure. No idea. But if you can bully somebody from behind a screen. But I draw the line up when you're trying to fuck with my kids. That's where I draw the line. So you're very lucky. I found God. You're very lucky. And as for these family members, you've been doing this for everything about it. It's just like I wouldn't say it's a bloodline curse. I just think this has been going on since time began. I believe it just got worse as time went on. If that makes any sense. And I'll say it again. All you did with your behavior, you just confirmed by the same family members that you took out why they left certain people certain things, why they handed down the baton to certain people and not you. Because lo and behold, but you want to target me for their choices. That doesn't make any sense. Because some of these things, I wasn't even born yet. But you've been targeting me since I was in my mother's womb. I do know that much. And that shit's about to come out too. Don't you worry. It's all coming out with the wash. It's all coming out with the wash. Do you understand? And do you know what I find as well? When I had to go to like certain organizations for like certain assistance, like whether it be like with the alcohol or with the drugs, yeah. And they kind of like, is it like they do like an assessment and they kind of ask you certain things. I literally left out certain experiences purely because of what they would say. I didn't know what they would think. And there's me feeling embarrassed when really you people should be feeling embarrassed. Do you understand? Because you were the same people that initiated that in the first place. Also, you can abuse people and they was children, right? Keep them quiet, right? But yeah, and it's really funny because everybody says the same thing. Oh, you don't look like what you've been through. Does that make any sense? Oh, I get it. Because I'm not bald, yeah, or got skin hanging on my ankles. Do you know what I mean? One eye, half an ear, lip touching the pavement. Do you understand? That doesn't mean I ain't been through anything. That's why people have no sense at all. So that just clearly shows the kind of privileged lifestyle you people have lived since you came out your mother's womb. You don't know about struggle, but you think you can sabotage people's platforms to stop them from financially looking after themselves, and you can get away with that shit. But yet at the same time, you're stealing people's creations. You're going to people's phone, stealing their ideas, and then going out and monetizing on that shit. You really think you're gonna get away with it? Huh? And I must keep quiet. You must be mad. Just like the family members would tell your spouse how to abuse you, how to beat you, how to essay you, how to rip your hair out. But I'm supposed to keep quiet. You just didn't ban Conwy healing. Funny that. The only good thing I take out of it is that I broke generational curses. I even broke ancestral curses. Don't ask me how that shit got there. I've not even looked into that far yet. You understand? But what I've had to do with was enough. And in a sense, it kind of, depending on how strong your mind is, it could be enough to send somebody crazy. And don't get me wrong, I don't agree with it at all. But I can see why. I don't agree with you stealing shit from anybody and doing what you did to anybody. But I kind of get why. Obviously, when you got the call in, you didn't take the call in, or you did, and you got a little bit in, and you was like, "Fuck this! This shit is too hard." I get that. Do you understand? There's no judgment there. I'm not judging you at all. I judge your actions. Hell yeah. Do you understand? So whatever deep-seated evilness you got within you, that's a you problem. You can't put that on somebody else. That's done nothing to you. And then you want to go and teach other people to do the same thing. Does that make any sense? Oh, but now the same people that you work with is backstabbing you, that this is about you. Now you want to be a victim. I'll tell you who's a victim. Who the real victims are? The same people that you killed that can't speak for themselves. That's the victims. The same fetus that you sacrificed for gain. Those are the victims. I ain't a victim. I'm a victor, not a victim. And that's something you can never take from me. And you can never take no credit for it either. Okay? The person that can take any credit is God. None of you rats. None of you. And I said that and I stand on it. If you don't like it, oh well. I don't give a shit. Yeah, we're having rest and rejuvenation. You fool. You got to think to yourself. Once you know you've lived, because I keep saying, yeah, I got this King of Cups in my breast. That's Jeffrey, you stinking ass. Some PDF stepfather. I said it is what it is. And if you're not audience watching, I don't give a damn. I literally lost my chain of thought there. Shit! You people were trying to lay us to rest. What do you mean? Like, and the fact that you did it so carefree as well. But we must show pity on you. Are you crazy? We must feel sorry for your karma. Hell no. I just didn't know it was going to take this long. That's with all the little bullshit magic you've been doing. It's people like you that mess up the planet. People like you. In fact, you're not even people. Because the amount of entities running through your body that you willfully let in. But not one of you thought to do the research and find out what this shit can do to if it goes left. You didn't care about that. All you was thinking about was your greed. Your self-absorbed greed. And this passion is coming from the people that you took out for no reason. And for some reason, I'm going to look into it because I don't understand why, yeah. Somebody that I think I didn't know him like that. Don't get me wrong, I knew where he lived. I didn't hang out with him. He was a lot older than me. But I keep seeing this man's face. I don't know, and I don't understand why. And I know why now. But what I'm trying to say to you is, before, I never understood why I was getting visions of this person. It's like, is he trying to get me to tell his story? Or is he trying to let me know that this is what they did to him? But I'm not ready for that bit yet. But I will say it here. Because that's what I feel. Because I was seeing this man's face before I even knew all of this shit was even going on. Do you understand? That's how deep that shit is. But I just thought, oh, that just happened. It's like a deja vu. But the way I'm feeling it is like he's been speaking for a while. I just didn't hear. Or my mum must have been somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? And you know exactly who he is. Reggie with the glasses. People used to call him a weirdie. There's nothing wrong with the guy. Now I get why he wanted to stay on his own. But the same way you people have done this to other people, you did this to him. You did this to him. And you're going to pay for that too. But yeah, we're gonna rest and rejuvenate because I've also noticed that before time seemed it's felt like things was not stagnant, but it kind of felt like things was going in like slow motion. But then today, oh, today, no, don't get me wrong. I don't mind like I wouldn't say I'm a big bug lover, but I do understand that once your vibrations like astronomical, I just say that everything wants to attach itself to you, and I just don't like every minute something was crawling on me, bees are trying to fly on me. If I kept seeing the butterfly, I like the butterflies though. It signified transformation, a change in transformation. But it was the insects. I couldn't deal with the insects, so I had to leave. The insects and the flies and the bees were just like, why did the bees try to like, imagine you're doing your own. Usually they just want to go back. No, it's like the bees are trying to communicate. And I'm thinking, why are you bugging me? Like, just give me a break. And like, I felt kind of bad because I thought, what are you trying to communicate? Like, I have to tap into that on another time. But I noticed that's what was happening, but I just didn't know why. Does that make any sense? I just didn't know why. And literally, like, it was just like hovering. But if I threw it away, it would fly off. But anyway, it wouldn't just come back around me. It was literally coming directly, like it was looking at me. Unless it was a monitoring spirit. That's what I was thinking. Maybe a monitoring spirit. But I was too busy, like, trying to do what I wanted to do. Like, have my own little time out, my own little free time. Creeping through the battles. But yeah, I think this is you. I won't say like I really said you, but I really exposed you, so it is what it is, isn't it? Because we all know that you're one of the Mason with the free. And I never knew this. I never knew this. And even when I did find out, I was like, no. But then it made sense. Because certain memories that I had to go into it. It was painful. I'm not gonna lie, it was horrible. Literally was horrible. I won't go into it because that's personal to me. Do you know what I mean? It's not for people to try and use that now to weaponize against me. Hell no. But yeah, it was real painful. But it's something that you have to do. And you people know this. That's why you either just stalk people and steal from them and then take them out and then claim life insurance. You're taking the piss. You've done this to my bloodline, my family members. Like, how dare you? And to the stepfather, I'm never going to shut up. It is what it is. To the stepfather, you're not even my father. You're not even blood related. How dare you? But you want to live off of someone else's shit. But yet you want to portray to society that you're hard work and you earned it yourself. You're a murderer and a thief. I don't care. You're a murderer and a thief. All of you. And the only reason why you got away with it for this long is because these little coven attachments. That's the reason why you got away with this shit for this long. Or got away with not getting any karma. But now you're gonna get karma. Yeah, you don't want us to have any money. You want us to be broke, didn't you? Now you ain't got any money. How'd you realize that? You don't know when to share with us. You don't know when to give us any offers. You don't know when to give us any help. But yet it was right for you to live off someone else's energy for their whole existence. And expect them not to be pissed, but you was just out there lying. But yet you want to keep it quiet as to what you was doing, but you just want to portray the other person as the crazy person. For why you feel the right to have power of attorney over someone else's life. Illegally obtained, might I add. Like I don't know about you stealing mail or keeping information from me. Or paying postal workers to give you my mail. You would do that, Jeffrey. You would do that. You would do that. That's just how you people are. And you use your coven ties to do it all and keep that shit hidden. Just like the hospitals. That makes sense for why you people always want my blood. I never understood that. Oh, you've just lost 4 vials of blood. How? I've just given it to you. Am I dumb? I didn't realize. I was going back at there the next day and being like, oh, come back at there the next day and then take more and take more. You was using my shit and bulking that shit out. And using it for your own self-grandiose actions, whatever it was you were doing with that shit. And then the funny thing is, really funny how of recently they started ringing me like, when do the doctors ever ring you about, oh, you need to have like a blood test? What for? You just want to never excuse it. Was I took what they was doing? I was like, hell no. They did it in the doctors, they did it in the hospital. From the minute I caught that man pushing that syringe in my drip, I knew what was up. But I'm supposed to be crazy. All right. Trying to send people I used to smoke drugs with back in my pathway to try and get me to go backwards. But the same problems you wanted for me is now your reality. How about that? That's how that shit works, isn't it? You ain't gonna be burdened for lifetimes. Not that we care, but it is what it is, isn't it? But you what? That's burden. Imagine you're carrying burdens for multiple people. So you've been doing this for decades, keeping people in mental entrapments the whole. That's like 40 plus years that I can remember. Do you understand? You've probably been doing it longer than that. So for me, you shouldn't get any lifetimes. I don't care. You should die, be reincarnated back to hell. Blatantly. You shouldn't get the option to even have oxygen. But it's not my decision. It's not my choice. So, but yeah. So now you can go through the same things you put people through, but you can't take that. Trying to send people diseases through spell work. Or because of what? Or because of what I was able to Oh, so you I don't know how you ever send it in like when it's energy or spell work or whatever it is, because like I said, we don't do spell work. But you wanted people in despair. You wanted people not sleeping at night. You wanted people in anxiety, tearing their hair out, feeling oppressed like they're trapped in some prison. Well, that's another thing as well. Do you know what really strikes me as odd? How can you want control over other people's existence when you can't even control your own emotions or what's between your legs? Make that make sense. Because that's what really bothered me. I was saying to God that how can these people want power and control over someone else's existence? You want to puppet people. But yet though, you have no control, you have no self-control over your own extremities. Explain that one. But you can't, can you? You just like to deflect and duck and blame somebody else. No, it's not going to work this time. Not going to work this time. So yeah, if you're having sleepless nights, maybe it's those entities you send. Because you dug up things that aren't even in your lineage. First of all, but they're in ours though, isn't it? So yeah, for some of you, you need to because in order for them to carry this off and be so successful with it, this is what I'm getting. They this is why they've hidden everything from you your whole life and just lied to you. And it's information that's been hold back only because it's for your own good. And I get that. With what's transpired, I get that. Because I've asked certain questions that I've not yet received the answer to. And I kind of get, not saying I agree with holding shit back because, yeah, I'm just not used to that shit because, yeah, I think I deserve to know when I want to know. But I understand divine order. So I kind of think I know. It's just about confirmation. But when it comes to you past people, nobody's interested. You can stay in your delusions. Somebody's going to jail, definitely. You're not evading that. It's what it is. And if you are in someone's property that you stole, you're going to pay for it, period. And it's up to whoever's property it is. But for me, for my situation, I would want that property back, period. Why would I live in a property that someone else that they stole from me? Hell no. Do you understand? That's got your energy, your print on it. Regardless if you stole my information to do this shit, all that is what you're going to pay for that shit. So make me pay for a fraud that you committed using my information. Why? Because I chose not to go and get credit. How dare you? Because you have zero. Like, what makes you want? That's another thing that really irks my stomach. Like, where do you get off? So it's one thing you want to steal people's shit. Then you're stealing their creations. Then you're stealing the shit that they make from their own channels. You stole that too. But we're supposed to feel sorry for you. Does that sound logical? This just clearly confirms how demonically possessed you people truly are. And that's unfortunate, but it's you know, 2 words, self-inflicted. And it's a wrap. Self-inflicted. And I don't care. I can't only speak for myself, I don't speak for anyone, but I would strongly advise you don't. Because I'm telling you, these people are lying. They're going to try and convince you, oh, that they're sorry, or they changed. So for some of you, they're going to flat out deny it. Just because they're stalking your platforms, yeah, they believe we only know what we've shown. No, boo-boo. Do you understand? No, we don't. We know a lot more. We know a lot more than you think. Not a Pentacles. And it's like this what's come up a different way. Also, Mrs. Sarah French Creations lady, what makes you think you have the authority or even the power to stop someone else from getting justice for shit you did to them? I hope my aunties are tearing strips out of you. I hope you got bags under your eyes. Literally. Because that doesn't come close to the karma you deserve. Truly. And I'm quite sure. I know they say free will, but I listened. Can you imagine if we sought revenge on you? Huh? And the outcome is going to be for the collective period. All the people you've wronged, it's a wrap. I already did to my grandmother, my granddad, my uncle, my mum, and possibly my father. And you're going to pay immensely. That's what you really continue want to do all these heinous things, yeah. It's one thing to not take accountability, but you feel that you shouldn't have karma for it. That doesn't make any sense. You did the crime, you got no choice in it. It's not even a negotiable play for you to even have try and negotiate. How can you negotiate your karma? You can't find that way. I'm so sorry. You can't negotiate karma. You force people to live your karmic energy or shit that you did, and you was taking people's good energy. And this is why every video I say, I tell people to call back their energy. Because that's what you've been doing. You've made that your lifestyle. Yeah, a lot of you made that your lifestyle. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. For some of you, you've done some other heinous things, but I'm not going to mention that. I want to go into this kind of it's nasty. You've done some real nasty things, some real vile, nasty things that you want to keep hidden. It's all to come out in the wash, though. I promise you, it will all come out in the wash. Some of you got some more good news coming. In fact, a lot of us got some good news coming. Or it could be about work, your kids. Or maybe this is the good news that these people have been trying to block. Because I know that there was news that we should have heard about a long time ago, in fact. And you people have been actively blocking it. I know, and then topping the people on nasty ass spellword to keep it that way. Or paying people to, whatever it is that you're paying to stop that information from coming out to us. It's a wrap. You have no right. You're a bunch of nasty ass, dirty ass thieves. And the government too, you're all going down. You got a long enough reign, as far as I'm concerned. So then people that you took out or you set up or whatever the case may be, maybe they might get some rest. So obviously this involves a Queen of Cups in the reverse. So obviously this is a horrible bitch. It is what it is. They're not kind, they're not thoughtful. And I kind of get in, they can't contain that ugliness. This sheer evil. It was really funny on night if it was different, whereas before, yeah. This is why I didn't like to do lives, because you was trying to project shit through the live. Purely because we're exposing shit you did, but yet you're okay with going out the line on someone's name. So I don't know what the compensation is for defamation of character and slander like what you've done. But I'm gonna wait on these checks. Cashing up these checks. And for what you did to my YouTube channel as well, you're paying for that too. I promise you. I'm not gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. Do you know what's funny as well? I was walking, this has never happened before. I don't know if the moon was cleansing or whatever the case may be. I went for a walk. And I don't usually do that actually. It was quite late as well. But I just thought like, let me go for a walk. The moon was on the bottom as well. You know you're trying to hide illusions in the moon. But I asked him to let me know exactly what it is. But it kind of felt like the moon was like not following, but it was like it was in one place, but everywhere I walked, it was still there. Like it was traveling with me kind of thing. Is that like moon protection? I have no idea. I just found it a bit weird because that's never happened before. Usually if the moon's in one place and you go somewhere, like once you go around corners or past buildings, obviously it gets covered in. It didn't do that. So I went uphill, downhill, around corners, around big buildings, and it was always there. I could feel it as well, and I was looking at thinking, is it guided? Is it walking with me? Or is the moon protecting us? I don't know what that means. I've not looked into it yet. I should do really, innit? I mean, that's what I felt like anyway. And clearly I'm of sane body and mind. My cognitive state is fine. But yeah, I just found that it was nice. I wouldn't say odd. It was nice. It felt very, very protective. You can sit there and bitch about me, but keep my name off your tongue. I know you're out, my ears are ringing. I can only imagine what you said. Why will this bitch just shut up? That fell out. But you're saying the F word, ain't you? Why would that? Did you another terminology? That's what I heard. I've heard another terminology. For a lot of us, it's in the upright. So this is our we're regaining. Well, not regaining back. It's already here. Our financial success and stability. You know what they was doing as well? They was not only trying to steal your manifestations. Say, for instance, you was building certain things up before you knew they was actually in your phone, looking at what you was doing. They was watching you put. They was pulling their own cards. So when it was building up to a certain point where whatever it is was going to be like tangible, they was stealing it and then sat watching you, expecting this item and laughing at you. That's what they was doing. That's why God paid your ass back. It made you think the exact same thing you did to others, including myself, is being done to you. You don't like it. Tough. You can feel what we felt. I'm worse. That's what that is. You can feel what we felt. I'm worse. Because you thought it was funny. It's really funny how it was all fine and well for you people to be hacking people's devices and watching people go through their torment and trauma, knowing that it was you doing it. Watching people being frustrated and confused, even crying, upset, distressed, and you find it funny. You celebrate it. Not just once, not just you did this continually. You actually celebrated the fact that, yeah, that's what you was doing. It made you feel like powerful, vile. And now you're getting a little smidgen of it back, and you can't even take 5 minutes of it. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. A lot of conversation with God about the shit you people was doing. But you thought because you working with little nasty ass covens, you thought, oh, they're never gonna find out. Getting your coven to try and do mind control over people. Do you know they was doing it through the phones, isn't it? Yeah, it was doing shit through the phones, or they was what's it called again? Is it energy weapons? Because I know I was going certain places. I know they was following me because all of a sudden, yeah, you're only walking with your phone. For some reason, I don't know why, I just glanced. I didn't really turn my head. I just looked from the corner of my eye. I kind of felt something. So I kind of like this and looked. And if you've got a big ass pavement, why are you walking directly behind somebody? So when I look behind me, why have you got your phone? Who walks with their phone like this? And at first, I didn't think I can cover it, yeah. But I now thought this weird energy, it made me think. But I was too busy trying to stay focused on what I was doing, I kind of forgot about it. But then when it continued, when it kept happening more than a few times, I twigged. I kind of knew, do you know what I mean? Because you was tracking people through their phone and sending people to you. Yeah, where are the Queen of Swords? Like, I was hoping she was going to come out. What was I just saying about sensing certain things? And this is a part of perception, isn't it? We have to be very perceptive. But you people try to block certain gifts from people. But one thing you couldn't do is block our gut intuition on our senses. That didn't work, did it? But then you would argue about what we're intuitively picking up, and you're just lying, making us think that we can't trust our own intuition or our own instincts. When you was a fake person the whole time. Even that, you found it amusing. And are the same people that you was collaborating with, that you was worshipping, don't give a shit about you. And now you want to cry and play victim. Please. You ain't no victim. You just everything you get. You ain't getting those Dana cups. This hasn't come out for a long time now. I've been looking forward to seeing this cup. Looking forward to seeing this cup. I mean this card. The wish card. Total fulfillment. Content. Commitment, content, you're happy home. Your 10 of cups. It's like a wish fulfillment, isn't it? Like you try and get into people's mind, or you try and like see what it is that they're longing for, and then you attack it. And it's funny how now everything's been done to you, you can't handle it. And if you people have the audacity to believe with your delusions that any of the collective is going to help you. Sorry to be the bad news, the bearer of bad news, but our survey says it's a no. It's a no. You can sit in your own delusions. The same mental prison that you wanted other people in. This is your reality. We was never trapped. I'm getting we was never trapped. That was an illusion. Like he wanted us to believe that. Which makes it even more the worst. Like the set of you people are some disgustingly vile set of people. But for you, what I'm feeling, you're bound to it. And it's like, what can I say? It's because you want to live in your lies and you continue to tell more lies. It's like it feels kind of weighted, like you're bound by it. You're not kind of like what do you call it, like a chain on your ankles type thing. And every time you're trying to walk away, you just get. The more you try to walk away and tell lies and X, Y, Z, you're being dragged further and further back into darkness. You're being dragged into darkness. They want a second chance to kill me. God said, oh, hell no. Yes, we were smart and yes, a little sad, but oh, hell no. Because we ain't got the time. Our Most High knows we're fine. They want a second chance to kill us. Oh, hell no. Did I made a few little, I don't know why I did that for. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, I made a few little jingles. Yeah. Just randomly, like off the cuff. But it kind of went with the scenario that was playing out in society at the time. So yeah, or what we was going through at that current time, if that makes any sense. That's why that came out. And it helps. It's kind of like that's for like a new experience. What I kind of getting is we're just being given back all they stole. So for a lot of us, they actually stole our creativity or siphoned our creativity, or however which way they was doing it. Do you understand? Chapman's clearly shows that he bought a whole lot of shit off of someone else's energy. Like he was plugging into people like a battery. Nasty. And the other thing that I was hearing and seeing was like I felt sick. Literally felt sick. But then he was boasting and bragging about it. That's another thing. So yeah. Let the karma rip you a new one. And another one. And another one. And I think what pisses them off the most is that we're not bitter. Does that make sense? Have you been bitter and gone off the deep end? It would have played to their little, it would have just given their little lies and slander fuel. Do you know what I mean? So they really took the piss. They really did. I could use a few other choice words, but I choose not to. I'm trying to work on that actually because I used to swear a lot. And every other word to be like effing this and effing that, and I was ordered, like not ordered, but like reminded about the swearing. It's not like you forgetting it. It's not like you do it on purpose. It's not like I'm out there, not like I'm out there saying it to people like individually. No, like I know because obviously you have to present yourself a certain way. So even with like the mad test you was getting, not knowing you've been tested until after the fact. Do you know what I mean? But it's like learning. The best way I can describe it is, yeah, I know we've done this like previous lifetimes. What I'm trying to say to you is because whatever is it MK Ultra where they like wipe your memory so like you don't have you forget about that type of thing. Yeah, he wanted you to focus on what you wasn't taught. In a sense of if he's always been lying to you anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you have to unpick all that falseness and then start again, and that wasn't easy. But it was worth it in the end. It was worth it because you gain a lot and it equips you even better, you understand? And then you can share it. So in that sense, I take that positivity out of it. I think you make that outweigh the negative impact of it, if that makes sense. Because they want you to more focus on the negative side of it. Do you understand? And then if you sit in it in your head too long, because I've done it before, do you understand? It just festers. And then slowly, you know, without you realizing, you stop doing like what you're supposed to be doing. It's like you start sidetracking things or putting things off, and that just kind of builds up until you end up like they watch you like a zombie. I'll just say that they watch you like a zombie. Yeah, I'll give some animal cards and that's it. I don't think people realize. You see, when you pull cards, it is tiring, isn't it? It isn't it? Was it me? Oh, it's the screen. Do you know what? I thought I could see something. You're not looking. You're looking in another direction, but you can like see in your peripheral. You can sense something's moving. I thought, is that me? I'll just see what animal cards because to be quite honest, I'm looking at the time. And yeah, I'm just trying to rest. And they're trying to bully people in the astro realm. when I heard, oh, they wanna, or they was plotting to jump you with their friends or whatever the case. Oh, you stupid! Is that supposed to scare people? And the thing about it is, yeah, I'll tell you a little story. Yeah, when I used to drink, this one I should have known about my siblings was messed up. Imagine we all go out together, me and two other half siblings. The ones that actually grew around. Not that it was much time I grew around them, but still, we came from the same mother. Do you understand? I should have known they was involved in that shit. And for some odd reason, there was these girls that I didn't really know. I knew of them, but they more knew my half sisters. Yeah, I remember it was in Caribbean, and for some reason, I don't know if it's because of my blackness, my skin. It was all a lighter shade, but they just didn't like me for no reason. I thought that was a bit odd. I just didn't pay it in their mind because I'm with my sisters, in it. Cool. They left, and I was like, "Why are you going?" One by one, my sisters left. I kid you not. And there's a woman that's I still speak to this day, and we actually laugh and joke about it now. But at the time, I didn't think it was funny. But anyway, and there was five of them. They were at the bar, like, wanted to guy me up, and I never forget there was a guy called Clinton, and he came over because he saw what was going on, and the fact that he walked past them to speak to me, I grew up with him. So what are you talking about? And I think one of them was like his foster sister or something, so she thought she was proper gangster. No, boo boo. So anyway, he just said to me blatantly, yeah, he saw what was going on. He just said that basically they can't use him as a defense. Do you understand? He said it is what it is. If they come for you, deal with them. I was like, cool. There was five of them. I was like, hell no. And I forget it was a guy called Selector Watson doing he was a DJ in there. And right before I was gonna leave, because I just stayed there to the end, I just thought it is what it is, isn't it? I said, if I get beat up, I get beat up. I said, I promise you, three of you gonna get your head bust. I never forget I had on this little skirt. I had on a skirt with like some pockets on the side. I just sort of walk on this nightclub picking up all these empty bottles. I had like four kind of bottles in my pocket. Three in my pocket. I remember I had two in my hand. Yeah, two in my hand. So then, before the wax was gonna come on, yeah, there was this woman in there, my white friend called Mandy. She didn't come with me. She came with somebody else. She clocked what was going on, yeah, and she all said to me, "Not Tills, I won't leave." She's my neighbor as well. She was like, "Tills, I'll stand with this. You don't have to because you didn't come with me tonight. You came with somebody else. Don't worry about it. It is what it is." And she's like, "No, I'm not leaving you." So for that, I give respect for that. Do you know what I mean? The lights go on, yeah. Obviously, it's me the one attacking it. So I just thought, it is what it is. Fuck it. I just walked outside like, bitches, where are you? They all walked out ahead of time, about 10 minutes before the place actually closed. So I kind of know they're either going to stand on either side of the doors in the blind spots. So when you just walk out, they're just going to just pout. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. So I was ready for it. What do you know, TikTok? I just walked outside ready. Do you understand? My friend was behind me, but not right behind me. I told her don't come out straight away. I didn't want him to attack her, I didn't want her to get caught in any type of crossfire. Yeah, so she waited a minute before she walked out behind me. So imagine I come out here and I'm looking for these bitches because I expected them to just pounce kind of thing. So I'm looking at both ends of my peripheral and in front of me because there's cars in it, so they could have been anywhere, and it was dark in it. So I came out this place ready, like where is it? And I've got the bottles in my hand. No business. Watch me. I got the. Here's like what the bottles in my hand like this, and I'm just like stood like as you come out the door. I didn't turn. I just stood ready and waiting. It is what it is, isn't it? I just stood on the pavement waiting. So my friend comes behind me. Yeah. As I turn around to say to her like where are they? These bitches, they must have been in the shop doorways, like ducked down or something and hidden behind car because they came out. They jumped on my friend. I didn't like that. It's like they didn't see me. It's like I was invisible. They bypassed me and jumped to my friend. Oh no, you ain't doing that. And at first I was a bit shocked, thinking, I'm confused. Like they had an issue with me, and do you know what it is? That's what we call a bully. When you just stand up to bullies, they ain't got no bars, but they must have thought, because there was five of them, I was on the back down. Hell no. Yeah, I go into beast mode. Don't play with me. Yeah, they talked to my friend. I still dragged them off though. I didn't have to hit them. I still dragged them off. Because they wanted to fight me in it. That's pussy or business. But I was still aware. But all of them jumped. That's the thing. All of them jumped. Do you know what I mean? I think I grabbed two and I just dashed them. I think they must have fucked me, dashed them, and the way they flew across the pavement, they must have done better. I would have fly kicked the bitch. Let me tell you that much. I would have fly kicked the bitch. But anyway, I don't start shit, but if you put your hand on me, I will finish it. Anyway. So yeah, I didn't like that. And those are the kind of people that I would never be in your company. And I would never trust. I don't need to run in a pack. I'm fine on my own. They threw me to the wolves, and I came back leading the pack. In that sentiment, you could put it down. But let's see what animal spirits you get this time. What animal spirits is working with the collective? Does anybody liking the live? Please, can you like and share, please? I don't usually ask, but I see other people asking on their live. So I'm gonna ask now. Can you please like and share? Like and share, like and share. Like and share, like and share. Dun, dun, dun. I'm a bit quirky, it is what it is, isn't it? I'm just happy-go-lucky. Actually, you know what? Honestly, I'm just definitely happy to be alive, blessed to be alive, and I think it's more so that I'm more happy the fact I feel free, like I have no restriction, like I'm not, because I was on a lot of medication. I don't think people understand. I had to get myself on a lot of medication, 16 tablets a day, about 5-6 different medications. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't nice. Anxiety, complex PTSD, panic attacks, anxiety. I had intestinal problems as well, and I know that was being in a narcissistic abusive relationship. That's what that does to you. Yeah. So I had to take Buscopan every morning before I could get out of my bed. Yeah. And I don't look it now, but still got a few patches where I got my hair ripped out. But yeah. You don't let it stop you, innit? You don't let it hold you back. That's what they want, innit? But the fact that it was my own family that told this person what my traumas were so that he could abuse me, that's evil. That's evil. In fact, they actually paid him to physically abuse me. That's what he was told to do, to physically abuse me. And I can say it now because it's gone past. And I think when I had this first spiritual awakening, I actually saw my own death by his hands. That's what it was. Yeah. And I was like, no, hell no. That was when I first started to have vision. I never had visions before or anything like that. But yeah, that was when it first started for me. But then stupidly, I spoke about it, and I should never have like let people know, because obviously then they obviously knew that certain gifts was active. I think the only reason why God activated at that time was to protect me. That's what I believe. Because had I stayed, I would have been dead. Because that was the next plan. So that I mean, from being beaten in your sleep, having someone jump on you whilst you're asleep makes no sense. But yeah, I think he did that to like make me realize that if I stay any longer, I'm not going to survive. And that was the whole plan. They had everything set up, ready and waiting. My own family did that. Paying the next to take me out. And it's the same little third party, nasty ass bitch that left the red lipstick on the bed, had the audacity, man. She thought it was funny. Now, how is it funny that it's happening to you? No, actually, no, not. He would never do that because obviously, not something funny, but When there's certain colored people with other certain colored people, the police don't care. When it's two of the same, they don't care. But when it's their own against a melanated person, your ass is going to jail. Period. Yeah, that's how that shit goes. So if anything, she's abusing him. Not saying this. Not saying it right, but it is what it is, isn't it? She's doing to him what he used to do to me. Make that make sense. I said it. I stand on it too. I've done this for a while and I just haven't said anything. But yeah. What goes around comes around. Right, where's the energy spirit? Can I get for spirit animals for the collective? I look like a spider then. Oh, the webs they weave. The webs they weave and the graves they dug. You should have dug a bigger one. Because you're all falling in there first. I thought I saw the spider. Ooh, never had the oyster before. I think I've had the transfer before. Alright, let's see. Can I get 2 more? Does that mean that we're balanced if we get like one of every card? Okay. Does that mean that? Didn't we have this one before though? Oh no, was it the serpent? I can't remember. Okay. Okay. Oh. Maybe there's one extra in it. Oh, I was only missing the... So we've got a spirit card. I believe air card. Water. And earth. I think. I'll soon find out. Yeah, air. Oh, it's air, fire, spirit, and there's no earth cards in there. So it's just water, fire, and air. Water, fire, air, and spirit. Still a win-win. Still a win-win. So let me do the water, which is the plain triangle. Or was it transfer? No, that's always true. I'm not thinking transfer the water card. As I say, can I transfer the swim? I want one of those because I don't do spiders. It says patient secret keeper hiding inner treasures. Ooh. It says the focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires. Oh, so if you are feeling like that, shake it off. Shake, shake, shake. As you joking. All right, to bring it to balance, when in balance, feels blessed, generous, and masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, griping, clams up. To bring it to balance, share something. Like I have to share something, so share something. To whoever you feel you can share to. Or you can just, I was guided to, if you don't want to share it with someone, write it down. That's still sharing, isn't it? So you can write it down. But share something, can release it. Right, the tarantula. Oh, tarantulas at a crossroad claiming life's purpose. That's a good card, isn't it? It's kind of fitting for the overall energy at where we're at currently, I think. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention in order to find true happiness. So if that resonates, put it where it needs to fit. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates over intellect. What? Hold on a minute. Hesitates over intellectualizes. I don't know what that word is. I never heard that word before. What? What's over intellectualizes? I have to look it up. To bring it to balance, daily journaling. What did I just say to you as well? Write it down. I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that, but I've not done that. So I could claim it, but freak it in it. Maybe not. Right, moth. Right. It says impulsive, hasty, wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex no matter the illusion. I don't know about that one, so I'm just going to say I'm going to go with no comment. When in balance, enthusiastic, whimsical. When out of balance, idolizes others, jittery. What's mean idealizes? I don't. Well, anyway, the card came out, so I just read it, so it is what it is. To bring into balance, finish a project. So if anybody's got any unfinished projects or things that they usually do that they stop doing, that is beneficial to your growth, continue. Or it may have been the weather for some. 'Cause I know I also like going in the park or going on the green, but even though it was nice now, what I'm trying to say is before it was kind of cold or it was raining it. The Crow. This is a good card. It says spiritually strong, creative and watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen. Knowing the unknown, it is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Funny that there was a crow sat with me today, actually. Yeah, there was a crow, a magpie, and two butterflies. Weirdly enough. Did I read the or did I just skip past it? Yeah, I did. When in balance, psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded, hypersensitive. To bring it to balance, daily meditation practices. Right, we've got a spirit card now. Oh, the dragon. It says, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the eternal world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves when we look into the mirror, deep into our eyes. We may even glimpse the self behind the self. I think I was kind of doing that today, actually, funny enough. But not in the mirror, not in the sense of you can visualize it in it. Like visualizing your second self, so to speak. Oh, the dragon is the third chakra. The what? Manipura chakra translates to city. Oh, yeah, we got this one before. I can remember when it says city of hidden gems. That's what it says in it. You've got to dig deep. Oh, and it burns the fire of your transformation and digestion. Okay, for you to see both inner and outer dimensions. For some of you, that's just kind of comes naturally, or you've always seen it, but you just don't know that that's what it is. You might have thought it was a chemical imbalance of the brain. That's what they like to say. Or they like to say, "Oh, she's crazy," or "Oh, they're crazy." You know, I think that's confirmation there, isn't it? But yeah. Now, if you not like, share, and subscribe, you got to like your fellow Soul Tribe. We are the new Earth Soul Tribe. You know that, don't you? We are the. I don't know where I'm getting this from, but this is what just sprung to me. We are the new authoritarians of the galaxy. I like the sound of that. But collectively, we all got to work together as a team, innit? Can they say teamwork makes the dream work? I'm literally a bit, yeah. So that is it. So I hope everybody like, share, and subscribe. Oh, 2,000. That's still good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was helpful anyway. I do try. But I'm still learning the sense of different packs of cards. They may have the same symbols, but it has different meanings. It's trying to remember all of them. That makes any sense? But yeah, I get that. You all got to start somewhere, innit? Even if I get it wrong, like, I don't beat myself up, whereas before I'd be like, oh my God, they're going to start saying this and that. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. No. I think the nerves bit is kind of gone, but thank you. It's been enjoyment, actually. I enjoyed that. And I always like to, yeah, because you know what? These people have been, they've been messing with the thingies before because I had a certain amount, there was like quite a few thousand in it when I came off. It said something different. I was like, huh? I didn't understand it, but yeah, I just been taking note because they've done it to other people already, but they've had less than what they actually seen on their phone. That's why I said you've got to keep a record. So I think I let out uh, some very sensitive information. So yeah, and then someone said to me, "Don't let them know everything you know." I didn't think of that. I just because people need to know these things, isn't it? Because if you're having these weird dreams, you wonder why things are happening. It's obviously a reason for it, but because people are too busy worrying about the cost of living and the price of things going up and X, Y, Z, they're forgetting about it. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just like that vicious circle. And by the time you do realize, something harmful could happen. So, but yeah, maybe it's a bit. I could have worded it differently, but I had to speak. I don't like when I know that there's something that can help people, and I don't say anything. You understand? It doesn't sit well with me. Then I can't sleep. You know, I think, well, what was something happened to somebody or someone has some misfortune because I could have gave them information that could have assisted them in whatever way, shape, or form. So that's how mine works. So yeah. But I also heard give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself. So I'm just still finding a balance, but like I said, I'm still a work in progress. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is about starting over and over again, and then it's just like you think to yourself. I could think to myself, I don't think about what I've been through in the past. I'm starting like in on this state because if I did, the kind of point we've had enough is like you should be experiencing this at this point, and then you get reminded the devil don't attack you for no reason. So of course you're obviously of importance, and I think those little words or those little words of encouragement just like kind of gave you the drive when you wake up the next day, like a whole new slate. And for you to just carry on digging deeper, digging deeper, digging deeper, digging deeper, you know? So that's why I think they've been trying to strip things from you to like basically just corner you, and that's wrong. Like they're taking too much, and it's not right. It's not right at all. And the fact that they find it funny, so yeah. But I'm glad. So now I can meet other people that resonate the same or have experienced the same or are on the same trajectory. Do you know what I mean? So because you like to learn. If I share things that I know with others, they share things that I don't know with me. Do you know what I mean? So you kind of like collectively assist each other for the better to assist others in waking up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think I have a very good way of speaking. I was told right before I used to be silent. I used to be like I couldn't speak. I believe that was spell work. Do you know what I mean? And just the household that I grew up in. Like if I something's happened to me, it's like it's shut down. I was shut down basically. That's not happening anymore. That's gone. God said, dash that in the bin. He did say, dash it in the bin. So yeah, I just kind of like don't see things as a obstacle. I see it as a challenge. But if you're doing the right things, obviously it's gonna come to you, innit? That's why they're trying to distract us. They wanted us to give up. And do you know what? Even if someone got further than me, I'm not gonna hate on somebody because they got further than me. That makes no sense. I'm gonna be glad that you got where you've gotten. Do you know what I mean? Because you might be able to give me some tips or some hints. Do you know what I mean? Or I can better project down my path. That's how I think. And I don't understand how people can just be evil. Like there's no need for it. So yeah, I'm a stand on it every time. So yeah, thank you. Exactly. That's all what you want. So when these people are trying to harm our children, like I promise you, like had that been the old me, I would have hunted these people down one by one. But they knew what they was doing to try and trigger me, and I think that's why they do things. And they're gonna pay harshly for that because children are innocent. I've never once even thought about doing anything it's sinister to any of their children. I don't think that way. So for them to just think it's okay for them to do what they did and then just walk off into the sunset, no. But then it just shows how strong and how far you've come as an individual. And then you can also, I will take this now and teach them. I already taught them about energy work. I already taught my kids about um, if you meet partners, what to look out for. Even about having all these kind of things I've told my children about that to make sure they can stay as safe as possible. And then on top of that, you've got these people attacking him. Oh, no. But I'm glad, so I'm glad. I'm just thankful to be here, thankful to meet great people. Thank you. My phone battery is dying. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take another screenshot. But bye, everybody. Thank you. Oh.
No matter how old the narcissist is.
Bye bye. Let's do it, Brenda.